So based on the turnout and from the reviews that I've seen, Dr. Melody Shari definitely did the damn thing. She's living in her purpose. She stood on business, and people loved her out loud, more importantly.
Welcome to my channel, baby. Sip Sensibility. Welcome to my channel, baby. Sip Sensibility.
Hey, this is Sensibility Speaks. Thanks for stopping by, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. So as we all know, Miss Melody Shari, or shall I say Dr. Melody Shari, did the damn thing this weekend. So she posted, "Last night was everything. I'm in my black and white season, no gray area in my life. Thank you to everyone who came out and supported the fourth Mimosas with Melody as we supported my dear friend Hill Harper as he runs the race for the United States Senate. Happy Resurrection Sunday, because he lives, we can face tomorrow. Hashtag Melody Shari, hashtag LAMH, hashtag Happy Easter." Honey, I wish I could have attended, because when I tell you, just looking at what some of the content creators posted and some of the videos and such that I saw, I tell you, Black excellence was definitely in effect and at its finest, okay? And I really like the black and white theme and just the whole symbolism around it. No gray area. You know, it's like either you are or you aren't. I hate people who straddle the fence anyway. Those fence riders who vacillate going back and forth because you can't trust them. It's like either you are or you aren't. Either you're with her or you're not, right? And so it seems like it was definitely a star-studded event. She had Claudia Jordan there, Shanita Foster, her brother Marcus, her mom, of course, family members, and all of the millimeters came out, honey. They showed out. And again, a lot of the content creators came out to support. And it was so good putting faces to the names. And everyone looked absolutely stunning and beautiful. But I love the fact that Melody had Queen Shiba interview her. And I love the fact that her brother Marcus was gracious enough to show that footage and share it with us on Saturday night. So that was everything. So yeah, honey, if she has this next year, because it seems like it's an annual event, I definitely want to be in attendance to support for sure. So I'm going to go ahead and post the footage that Marcus put up. So yeah, y'all, again, it just seemed like a gala, a star-studded event, and I love the fellowship and how a lot of the millimeters galvanized and showed support for Melody. And child, you know, the people can't stand it because the people showed up and showed out to support their sister, you know, celebrities alike. Because I think I saw Drew Sidora, if I'm not mistaken, she was there, and I'm sure it was many others. And those who were in attendance, I'm sure they have some really, really great footage to show. But yeah, but I just wanted to give my commentary, honey. Everything Miss Melody Shari touched, it turns to gold, chestnut checkers, right? Absolutely. Let's take a listen to that great interview that Queen Shiba did. And Melody was definitely candid and dropped some gems and some jewels per usual. And Queen Shiba definitely asked all the right questions. All right, so anyway, let's take a listen.
I apologize in advance. It's nothing but love from here on out. That's what we do. We ride hard. I first came to know about Melody a couple of years ago. I got a phone call from a family member, and they said, "Have you watched this show? It's called Love in Huntsville, and it's about Black excellence." I'm like, "No, own network," because I was a Bravo, right? I'm like, well, let me go over here and see what they're talking about. And I've been hooked ever since. I was not a YouTube person. Oh my God, she is getting, her ass kicked on this show. And she don't have any backup. So I'm gonna go back for her. So I came out with my professional crown and I started a channel. But I was a little scared, so I didn't turn on the camera. And I'm shaking. I didn't turn on the camera. And I started to back up. And then I said, wait a minute. Because I'm going to go after the snake. And when you go after the snake, you got to chop it off at the head. So I'm going to need some backup. And that's how I came to develop the cows. And they're all here tonight. And of course, we're all Melody. Because you need backup. I need backup. Because we about to handle our business, and we have. With that being said, when I look at you, I think I know. I think we think we know you, but we don't. So my first question to you is, what is your biggest asset as a woman?
I think my biggest asset as a woman is my fearlessness. I've never been afraid to step out the box, to try new things, and I've never been to tell. I know sometimes people feel like she ain't saying enough, she ain't doing enough. Let me tell you something. When I'm quiet, that's when you should be very afraid. When I post hashtag bet, that's when you should be very afraid. Shanita just went on a whole trip with me. Shanita, should they be there? She saw another side. Be very afraid. Let me tell you all something. I am in no shape, form, or fashion intimidated by the powers to be. We're not afraid to walk in or walk away. And I ain't going to talk about you because this one right here will convince you not to walk away from stuff. But I think she kind of did it a little bit now. I'm not afraid to step in or walk away and try new things or leave things that are no longer fulfilling their purpose. So my fearlessness is definitely one of my strongest assets.
I love it, because that leads me to my next question.
That's it!
Yeah!
So many questions, girl! No!
I'm serious. So my next question was going to be, what 3 words or what phrase would describe you most? If you had to describe yourself, and you just said fearless, what would be the other 2?
I would say resilient. Resilient, fearless, and motivated. I'm highly motivated when it comes to the things that I want to do because I know if I'm blessed, I'm able to be a blessing to others. I've said it many times before when I became a millionaire at 25, multi-millionaire at 28, started a business from the ground up, have not dissolved those and created multi-million-dollar businesses all over again from the ground up. I'm motivated to be blessed so I can bless others, and my level of giving it's not going to happen if I don't have the income to be able to do that. So that motivates me, creating a legacy for my children motivates me, and I'm resilient because out of everything I've gone through, all the backstabs, all the talking about, all the trying to drag the lies, the everything, I'm still standing, and I may say so myself, I feel good. There's a quote I used to say all the time because people don't know I was a pageant girl, so I did pageants and I did talent shows. I was always out in the public. But one thing when I would write essays for competitions, one of my quotes way back in middle school was "Beauty on the inside is far more important than beauty on the outside," and that has stuck with me. This exterior is just a shell that God gave me to enter the rooms that I need to enter to be able to say the things that I need to say and get the things done that I need to get done. My interior matters more than anything. How I treat people, my integrity, how I move, how I walk, how I talk to people. That's more important to me than anything. So beauty on the inside. I know you said 3 words and you said 4 quotes. I'm going to give you all of it. Quote, beauty on the inside is far more important than beauty on the outside.
I think it's so important because a lot of times when we think about change and transformation, a lot of times we start on the outside and we neglect the inside and what people feel is the inside because you can't trick the spirit. And that's why I think a lot of us in this room resonate with you. So if you can fill in the blank, I want you to fill in the blank for me. If I knew then what I know now, I would blank.
When is when?
Uh-oh.
And I'm like, I may not win is then, because I mean there could be other several layers of the dens if I knew then what I know now. So what's the den?
Let's hit you.
Whew, okay, I'm not feeling this on my spirit. If I knew then what I know now, I would have been more careful and possessed a higher intuition, which I now have, but I didn't have then. But if I knew than what I know now. There are things and people who are attached to me that wouldn't even be able to be in the same space as me. And I don't want it to sound ugly, but when you look at where it is that you're going, there are some people who are not serving and pushing you there. So why are they in your space, holding up space? So when I look around this room and I see all of this beautiful black excellence, there are some people who are missing. They weren't supposed to be here. So now I thank God for the detachment. I thank God for the isolation. I thank God for the removals, right? Where it hurt at sometimes I don't lie. Sometimes it hurt. I've had my days where I cried, where I felt sad, where I was like, why? I ain't doing anything to do, right? But then I got to the point where I had to realize, hold on, baby. Hold on. You had to go through that so that now your discernment and your intuition, you don't trust it out there better.
Okay with that? I'm just being honest. I think you've been up against a lot. And there's been times I've watched you from afar. And I think I was flung on somebody else's school. I'm sorry. Yes, I am. Listen, we won't start, but we will finish. But I love the way you finish. Because it's always clean. It's a clean sweep. It's good. You've never betrayed yourself. You've always remained true to who you are. And Miss Mary, we thank you. Yes. It's like the Sierra's prayer, but the mother's prayer.
Yes.
I said I need a little bit of that.
Yeah, because there are, as you guys, you've only witnessed what I would say, you've only witnessed half of it. There's so much more that you have no idea about. So the fact that I don't have a mugshot, I'll put it that way. The fact that I don't have a mugshot, and I know sometimes some of y'all have looked and been like, Melanie, she do something. Why did she do something? So I can get a mugshot? My babies need me. But there have been times when I literally have had to lean on my mother's prayer, lean on my grandmother, my great-grandmother, my great-great-grandmother, our ancestral prayers to keep me still and to trust that God was handling it. Because at times, I'm going to tell y'all, my close friends know I be ready to go sometimes. I have to get up in the room. It's been a while since I've had to do this. I got better. Thank you, God. But I just have to get up in the room and run a circle in my room to calm my energy down. Because I was ready to go do something. Just keeping it 100. So the fact that I'm here with no mugshot in my right mind, I suffer from depression, living my life, enjoying every day that I wake up, feeling good about myself, able to give back to others, bless other women. Man, what I look like in the mugshot when I can do all these other amazing things.
You were not what you just said. You had to get up sometimes and do a couple of laps around your room. I don't know if any of you are Peloton fanatics, but I am. And if you ever worked out with Adrian, when you become really exhausted, he said, take a victory lap. Yeah. So even though it was actually a victory lap, when you think about the symbolism of it, and I think about what you said there were times I didn't want to get up. But the point is you got it. And you finished the race. And when you think about, if you knew then what you know now, you had no idea that you would be here today, what would you say to your younger self as you prepare for this moment? And everything that smacked you in the face, everything that picked you up, everything that held you, your prayers, everything, I'm talking everything. What would you say?
You will win.
Come on.
Because when you're in it, sometimes you don't throw in. So I can tell myself then, my younger self, I would say, baby girl, you will win. You gonna win. Heal, you gonna win. girl, I did it, you can too. You're gonna be okay. Come on, get on up out that bed, let's go. I went to my brother's house for a little while. I had one day, I was doing pretty good, but one day I was just real sad and crying. And he said, okay, I'm gonna let you have the day. But after the day now you get on up. You have to have people like that in your life. So you will win. I'm telling all of y'all in this room tonight, no matter what you're going through, no matter how hard it looks, I know the world is cruel. Stand fast. Stand true to who you are. Stand true to who you are. I've met over 800 entrepreneurs in the past 3 years. There's one of them. Many of them have resigned from their 9 to 5s. I pour into them knowledge about an industry, but I also pour into them what they can do and not to let fear make them feel like they can't. We are creating generational wealth. We're creating legacy. We are changing mindsets. And once you begin to remove the things that are attached to you that shouldn't be, and maybe shouldn't have ever been, then you will walk boldly in your purpose.
Are we taking the upper to we're going to pass the plate back. Okay? PillHarper.com. Listen, that is so beautiful and it's real. I feel the power and the energy behind it. Speaking of power and energy, your life has been a reel and a highlight that has played out in front of all of us. What has been your biggest highlight as it relates to your life? It can be personal, professional, behind the scenes. What comes to mind?
My biggest highlight is I'm trying to cry, is when I see my babies and they are proud of me and they tell me that. When they do the things they see I do, because it's inspiring them even at their small ages, all the way from sugar mama putting on my heels and my wings. And then a whole model color turned on. Mariah walking in with a poster that said something about victory on it, and Mom, I got this for you from a book that Tank let them know, oh, y'all ain't gonna mess with my soul. Smile, those things, those moments mean everything to me, because it lets me know that my life being the beauty of my life, the scars in my life, being put out in the forefront, in the public, right, has also shown my children what the strength of a person looks like. For my 3 daughters, what the strength of a woman looks like. For my son, how a woman should be treated and how I better not treat a woman if I want her to stay with me. So it's literally, we were riding the other day and they always taking turns on music, and before I knew they were playing my songs. And I was like, wow, they really, really support their mom. And that means everything to me.
I think it's beautiful because when it comes to Black women, a lot of times a man is used as a weapon against you. Because the first thing you want to hit her where it hurts. You say that's why you don't have a man. So a lot of women have been conditioned to suffer in silence when it comes to broken promises, matters of the heart. He didn't treat me right in the way that I should be treated. And I think what you did is you came out and you gave women permission to speak, to talk, to cry. Because I don't see you cry. I don't know the damage and how that impacted you. So it's okay, ladies, to let him see how you hurt me. But I also need to let you see this come up. Right. So I ain't blocking nobody, because I want you to watch me. And that's what you've done. You have not hidden your glory from anyone. And I think it's a beautiful testament to faith. Amen. I think it's a beautiful testament to prayer. I think it's a beautiful testament to sisterhood. With that being said, we're going to get a little messy. Y'all ready?
Another thing really quickly that I just thought of as you were speaking. When I, walking away from what some people would have said, oh my gosh, my baby was 3 months at when I had 4 children, really small from 3 months, and, all of what looks great, right? When I see, watching social media, the example, well, I'm going to say lack thereof, that our young women have on choosing themselves. I see these celebrities who keep going back into situations to be hurt and to be embarrassed again, versus choosing themselves. I said, my God, goes back to purpose. Goes back to purpose, because then I say I'm here on television, I'm in the spotlight, everybody's seen, my entire life at this point. And I'm showing women what it looks like and that you can be okay walking away. Because there are so many influencers, singers, rappers, 1 minute they broke up, 3 weeks later they're back together. And I'm like, dang, I was rooting for you, girl. Show our women that you ain't never seen that mess. I was rooting for you. And then they go back. So I receive and accept the calling of showing those women who choose self versus the relationship or situationship that looks good, that they're suffering, where they're suffering in silence, where they're not really happy, where they know that they're not being valued. I'm showing that you can walk away and be okay. Purpose work.
Right.
I love that. I think a lot of women may hesitate to move forward because when you think about life, it's a canvas. And oftentimes we approach it like we have to create a masterpiece, and all you have to do is just paint. And I think that's what you did, and you navigated through. And you just painted, and you painted. And when we show up today with Mimosas with Melody, this is the masterpiece on the side of that. One more question. Okay. I'm gonna warm you up first. Okay. So we're talking about masters. So when it comes to congratulations on your partnership with Nubian, you're very welcome. From the lens of a producer, in your opinion, what's missing in reality television?
She's trying to be messy for real, ain't she? What I feel is missing is the same thing that's not being captured tonight.
Yeah. Right. Absolutely.
Just being honest, I sat by my good friend Hill and he said, hey, so the camera's gonna be here filming for the show. I said, He said, well, I said, I don't know, I can't tell you. I don't know if they want this.
Right.
I mean, just being honest.
Yeah.
So, that's what's missing. That's all I got to say about that one.
Before you drop the mic, I have one more.
Yeah, that's good.
Kingdom Reign or Celtic Crown?
Integrity, working to show positivity, and literally that's where I want to be. I want to be in a space where I am bringing material that inspires, bringing material that's real, but at the end of the day there's a resolve, there's inspiration, there's empowerment. So at Tilted Crowns Productions, that's what we're focused on, and then really I'll tell you, the type of business came from shortly after I left my marriage. I didn't want to live in Huntsville, so I didn't want to decorate no house. I didn't want to do nothing, want nothing hardly in that house. When Michelle came to Huntsville, she said, you know, get a little tilted, but you got somebody standing beside you, fixing your crown for you. Fixing your crown for you. Those are your real friends, that's your real team. Those are your real partners. You know, those people who will get in the mud with you. And she took me right on down to some stores and made me go buy bars and things. But I was literally at a point where, you know, we all go through those different emotions where you're sad, you're depressed, and you're okay, then you're not. And so Tilted Crowns Production has a meaning, a God-given meaning, a God-given purpose, and we're just getting started. So buckle up.
I love that. That's one thing I love about you. You've never grown bigger than your audience when it comes to your persona, your success. You move and you move with us. And I've been watching you for a while. I see if somebody speaks, you speak back. And when I think about Tilted Crown, and I said, I'm going to be a little listen to it, because when a queen's crown is tilted, it's because she's moving. She's moving. In order for it to stay on, you're standing still. Poised, you're not making momentum. You're not evolving. So I think that's the perfect name for you. And with that being said, thank you for allowing me to interview you.
We're going to take some questions from the audience as well. Who's got my mic? Oh, there we go. So, perfect. You guys can have a seat. Thank you. You're good. You guys can have a seat. Yep. Oh, just a picture. And we're going to take about 5 minutes to do some questions from
My regular, I'm talking